Station, Texas, Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Floats it out in space. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. At the 20, he's got space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Owens. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To throw, it's Reed. He's going to take a shot right away. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got it behind the line. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. They'll run it from the gun. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Reed. Got his man. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, goes and gets a 1st down.
The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed near the marker. It's Moss. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking downfield on 1st down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Aggies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, looking for a space. Buys a little time with his feet. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Branch. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again, deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Making side adjustments here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Humphries. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. The running back has it. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Quick strike complete. On the move, the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking for space, it's Frazier. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Got the quick pass. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And the Dogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Trying to surge it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Back to pass, it's Reed. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And you want the interception on defense, but most of the time coaches are preaching, knock the ball down, knock the ball down. It's not because they can't catch. They really don't catch well. But the defender's main job has to be separating that ball from the wide receiver, and usually that requires knocking that thing down as the wide receiver's trying to catch it.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. he'll kick it deep to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Almost a little bit more on that return. He's chased out of bounds at the 30 in good starting position for this offense. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Gonna run it. It's Moss. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Reed. Buys a little extra time. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, you get the incompletion there on 3rd down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Touchdown, Aggie! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. The sure hands, it's Young. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the catch. It's Frazier. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
The give to the tailback. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Georgia! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He'll pull it down and run. Grabbed in the middle, it's Craver. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his... down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback, he throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Craver. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on 3rd. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now, so take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Looking for more room.
Well, they're running 4 verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win, but you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game, and this defense, man, you could tell they were ready for 4 verts. They played deep. They read the quarterback's eyes. They break on the football, and they probably end this football game.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And they'll take a knee. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.